guest is one of the only people to have spoken with David Ubben since the attack. Republican Congressman Louie Gohmert of Texas is with us now. Congressman, thank you for your time today. What can you tell us about that conversation?
Well, we've communicated for a number of months, and I respected his wishes to remain private. I'd encouraged him to come forward, but he's got his own difficult time just rehabilitating and going through therapy and surgeries. And he's got a beautiful family, a former Army Ranger, and obviously when Catherine found out from other sources about David and asked if I would comment, I emailed David, and he said, you know, use my own judgment. But he is a hero. And now the state, it is important to distinguish the State Department employees that were there at the consulate, those that David and Ty and Glenn protected with their gunfire from the top of the roof where they took the fatal mortar rounds. The State Department employees that were there were tremendously helpful to David, and he made very clear they were quite good, and it's because of them he didn't completely lose his leg. But for the State Department itself saying that they did everything they could, how many people went to sleep that night while those people were suffering over there and were hoping for a rescue sometime? I mean, that's why Ty and Glenn gave their lives. That's why David lost part of a leg. They were trying to buy time for the people, and they saved a lot of lives. But the State Department and this president, this administration could have done so much more. I mean, Shannon, I've flown from Andrews Air Force Base to Jordan in less than 10 hours, and Libya is a lot closer. To say they couldn't get a plane there any sooner is absolutely outrageous. To say they did everything they could, well, a little painkiller wouldn't have been bad for a guy that lost a lot of his leg. But David doesn't complain. That's me. That's not David. But I'm telling you, there is so much more they could have done, and we owe our people so much more, and we owe them to get to the bottom of all the things that went wrong, that the people that were on a rooftop like David really can't, they don't have knowledge of. But we deserve to get the people that do know why help didn't come a whole lot quicker.
Well, Congressman, to that end, you have endorsed the idea of a select committee to investigate. Do you think there's a chance that'll happen? Are your colleagues supportive?
There is one way the select committee will happen. It helped that we had nearly 1,000 special ops sign a petition demanding that we get a select committee. The way it happens, Shannon, is if your viewers, the people across America, demand it, because then both Republican and Democratic leaders, they're very sensitive to political issues, they will cause that to happen. We owe it to future people. We owe it to the blood of the martyrs that gave their lives to help others. They deserve answers. And to have been told by a surviving family member that at the ceremony, to be told by the Secretary of State, we're going to get the guy that did the video, they told me, we didn't care about the guy that did a video. We wanted the people that murdered our loved one.
All right, Congressman Louie Gohmert, we will stay abreast of your efforts to get that select committee, and we'll see if our viewers weigh in as well. Thank you, sir.
Thanks so much, Shannon. Always good.